Okay, let me explain to you how it is. Okay, Annie went back to school,
Yes.
and Louie is in much need of a vacation.
Yes.
And so I can probably use you and hire you back. But don't get too excited. No more vacations, okay? No summer vacations, no winter vacations. No spring breaks, no fall breaks. You understand?
Fall breaks. That's good, Tim.
Now, I just need you to put your nose to the grindstone and work hard, and everything will be okay.
Tim, I'll work harder than you've ever seen me work right after I take a break.
You've got to be kidding me.
Dirk!
Hey, Marcus!
It's great to see you. I didn't think you were coming back.
Well, here I am in the flesh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised Gigi's not tagging along with you. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, did you find any new investors? Oh, you know what? We really haven't been shooting that much, you know. Hey, I need to tell you, you need to be upfront with me.
Okay.
Do I need to just let go of my dreams of being a reality TV star?
Hey, Marcus, if you don't have your dreams, you don't have anything. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
So tell me, what's been going on around here? What changes have been made?
Yeah. Oh, Sam's back.
She is.
Yeah. I think Tim rehired her. You know, I like her. You know, I mean, I could use the extra help now that Annie went back to school. So,
Sure.
you know, watermelon.
You're some kind of minister that reaches out to, can I have a seat?
Yeah, absolutely.
To college and helping parents and kids handle transitioning to college?
Right. Yeah, I work for an organization called
Okay, welcome to the feedback portion of the program. This is the opportunity that you have to contact us. We're talking to you every time we do a program, and now this is your opportunity to talk to us. Some folks have emailed in.
Exactly like that. Here is exactly what you're talking about. I want to thank you. This is from Justina. I want to thank you for this episode. It was a great help in some of the things going on in my life. I almost felt like it was just for me. I even had my fiance watch it, and he is going to take advantage of the information provided. Thank you again. God bless the show. That's what it's all about, right there.
That's great stuff.
Right?
That's it.
You
That's
tune
it.
in and learn about things that can help you in your life, and that's why we're here.
And you can contact us through hisplace.tv and just tell us what you think about the show. Good, bad, or indifferent, let us know. Hisplace.tv.
There's a little thing right there.
Just small coffee, please.
Wait, small coffee? You always get the caramel mocha lead and I get the mocha light on a muffin. And are you cutting back? You have heart problems?
Nothing like that. I am cutting back, though, because there are some things that I want to do.
Oh, you mean like buy a new car or a big vacation?
No, nothing like that. See, I've started 20 for 20. It's this way that I can reach out around the world through my neighborhood and literally around the world. It's Cornerstone Television's new outreach program where 20 for 20 stands for $20 a month for 20 minutes. Basically, for $20 a month, if I skip a few muffins and a few scones every month, then what I can do is support 20 minutes of Cornerstone Television's broadcast day.
Well, no, they broadcast in my neighborhood, around the country, and around the world, right?
Yeah, well, my $20 is bringing the gospel to my neighborhood as well as around the world, but it's doing more than that. I'm feeding and clothing orphans. I'm also seeing families restored. And you know what? The other night, somebody called, and they were at the end of their rope. Somebody prayed for them. Their life was changed. I like to believe that that was my 20 minutes. That's worth skipping a few muffins a month.
Now, the thing about Sam is, like, she's, like, totally spontaneous. You never know what she's going to do. Like, for example, she turns around and leaves for a month vacation just like that. And don't be surprised if she does it again. I mean, don't be shocked. But, I mean, she always comes back. You met her, right?
Yeah, briefly, but it was right before she left. You know, we don't have any footage of her. I'd really like to get some of that when the crew arrives.
What? Wait, what about me and my dream?
Hey, look at it this way, Marcus. We're filming again. Your dreams are intact, buddy.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
I am right.
I'm going to go get ready.
All right, you do that.
Speaking of who we were talking about.
Oh, hey. Sam, how you doing? Do you remember me?
Sure, you're Dirk Oliver.
That's right. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was great. Did anyone tell you about how I swam with the dolphins?
You mean the football team?
They told you.
No, nobody told me. I guess I just get your sense of humor, that's it. You know what? Why don't you sit down and we'll get your whole story on tape?
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Yeah, it would. You know, I think I'm really going to enjoy getting to know you, Sam.
That's a nice thing to say. Thanks.
You're around here.
Called CCO, which stands for Coalition for Christian Outreach. And how CCO works is they partner with local churches to put college pastors on campuses all across the Northeast. And through a partnership with the Bible Chapel, which is a local church in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, I serve as their director of college ministry while also being CCO staff at Pittsburgh Technical Institute.
I mean, that's got to be tough. I mean, in all reality, because I mean, the kids, they come and go, and
Right.
and college is tough. I
Right.
mean, it's a time where they're transitioning out of home and trying to find their identity as their
Yeah.
individuals, and how do you do it?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned identity because that's what we actually talked about this summer. We have a college ministry at the church all through the summer. And when the students leave, we use all the social media aspects that are out there. We're going to use Facebook, where we post lessons for them weekly. We have a program called Campus Connection, where we have volunteers take on 5 students and write to them monthly, send them a gift on their birthday, let them know that the church cares for them. But a big part of the ministry, like you said, is that transition from high school to college. And the CCO partners with an organization called CPYU, which is the Center for Parent and Youth Understanding,
Okay.
where they do seminars actually for churches all around. Any young adult, young family who wants to bring their high school students in, and they talk about that transition from high school to college.
Well, it is scary. I mean, I've seen the statistics
Yeah.
where like 80% of kids that were, in churches, actively involved in churches after college are no longer walking with the Lord. So,
Right.
I mean, we're in a major battle to help these
Absolutely.
kids stand firm, because once they walk into college, it's like, okay, everything you believed in, unless they're going to a Christian college, everything you believe in is now under attack.
Right. Yeah, local churches all over the place need to be more intentional in college ministry. It's often called a gap ministry because we have everything from children to youth, young adult, and beyond. But that college age, there's not much for them. And luckily, there's organizations like CCO who see this. And by being intentional, I mean, you got to put ministers on campuses, be there, create programming for them, connect with them, and be intentional. Because if they're left there out on their own, they're going to have a tough ride, especially those who are leaving a local church and are on their own for the first time.
Well, when you're working with kids with their identity, trying to find out who they are, and
Yeah.
what do you do? I mean, what are the key things?
The biggest thing gets me excited is telling a student that their profession someday is a calling. Being a college student is a calling from God. Being academically faithful is a calling. And we talked about this summer that when we truly understand that Genesis tells us that we are created in the image of God and we can reflect our Creator, that He needs us in every profession out there to proclaim His name. And oftentimes I think students look at jobs as just a means to a career or for money, but to tell them that no, this is your mission, this is your calling from God, I think that can arouse some excitement inside of them to really want to live out their faith. So.
It's an amazing thing to think that the way that God created you is He created you for a purpose, regardless of what it is.
Right.
And whatever that is, when you do it, you're glorifying God. You're changing lives. You're doing what He's called you to do.
Absolutely. And God gives us passions and desires. If you have a passion to be an architect, a lawyer, an accountant, there's a reason for that. God wants to use you in that field. You don't have to be a pastor or a minister to do ministry, as we all know. So.
Now, as you do college transition
Yep.
initiative as well, and that's got to be, that's one of the scariest times in life.
Right.
I mean, I've walked through it already. I mean, my daughter just graduated from college. My son is just a sophomore in college. But I've walked through that time where it's you're the junior, sophomore, junior, senior year of high school, and you're like, how do I make this decision?
Ladies and
How do I
gentlemen,
help?
We've been very fortunate to have some wonderful artists here on the show. So, once again, put it together for Miss Joy Ike.
You spat in my face 1,000 times, and you looked the other way 10,000 times. When you saw me down the street, you turned around, and each time you talked to me, I could only look when you hurt me. But you know just how it feels, 'cause I hurt you too. And now life's a little bit harder, but we're a little bit smarter, thanks to me, oh, and thanks to you. And this is gonna be so hard. I wish I had a reason to love you. This is gonna be so hard unless I pardon you and move on with my life. There's a plank in my eye, but I can see that there's so much good in how you've affected me. And I won't turn the clocks back if I had a chance, but I try a little harder to give you a chance. You've affected me. And this is gonna be so hard. I wish I had a reason to love you. This is gonna be so hard unless I pardon you and move on with my life. Cause love is patient, love is kind, love is long suffering, love is easy, but love is hard, love is everything, love is patient, love is kind, love is long suffering, love is easy, but love is so very hard, but love is everything, love is everything, love is everything, love is everything.
So, Sam, tell me, where'd you grow up?
Oh, I grew up right here in Pittsburgh. I'm from the South Side. I, love all the clubs, the cafes, the shops. Just Pittsburgh's the greatest.
Yeah, it is. So, why don't you tell us about your family?
Okay, let's see. There's me, my mom, my brother. He's 7 years younger than me, so he gets away with murder. I think my mom just cuts him a lot of slack.
Sure. So, how's your mom?
That's a weird question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going with the flow of the conversation.
Oh, gotcha. I'm new to this stuff.
Sure.
Okay, so my mom, she's great. My dad just took her on an anniversary cruise. I think it was an anniversary cruise, something like that. They had a blast. They got home a couple days before I did. And my dad said he was going to take the whole family on a trip before my brother and I are too old to actually want to go. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it is. Sounds like you have a great life.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't be better.
Hi, let me get you a seat. How you doing? Look at these nice new chairs. Nice pillows and everything.
Come sit. I want to talk to you. Thank you.
Is something wrong?
Oh, goodness, no. Everything's fine.
Okay.
I just haven't had a chance to talk to you since the other day.
Oh, yeah.
You were so upset when you thought Walter had proposed to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm really sorry about that, Graham. I'm sorry.
I know you are. And I forgive you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's overreacted.
It's all right. But you need to know that I am a grown woman. And And you need to keep your nose out of my business.
Yeah, I realize that, and
right.
that's why, I'm okay if you, want to marry Mr. Wiley. I'm okay with that, I anything to make you happy, more than anything.
You are the most wonderful grandson a woman could ever have. But I can't marry Walter right now. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Why?
Oh, Marcus, he's still hurting so much over the loss of his wife, and he's mad at God to boot. Now, I care for him deeply. I pray for him daily, but I could never date a man who isn't right with the Lord.
Were you angry with God when he took Pap as early as he did? Because Pap was really young. I mean, I barely remember him.
Well, I did get angry, but I never blamed God. God is my father, and he will take care of me. I'm saying all this to you so you don't worry, because God is taking care of you too, whether you realize it or not, whether you accept it or not.
Thanks, Graham.
You're
Love
welcome,
you.
baby.
All right.
Hey, Lottie. How you doing?
How you doing,
Sorry I'm
Walter?
late. Can I join you?
You can, but I thought you liked sitting in your booth.
Did all this beauty go to waste? Come on now.
Listen to you.
I saw you talking to Marcus.
Yes, I was. He's a wonderful grandson.
He's a fine young man.
Yes, he is.
Has his head on straight. Takes after his grandmother.
No, thank you, but he takes more after his granddaddy.
His place, his place, his place.
Do you know that your morning cup of coffee can help clothe, feed, rescue, and care for the poorest of the poor? I know it may seem hard to believe, but it can happen. His Place and Kiva Han Coffee have joined forces to bring a special blend of coffee that will change the world. Hope Coffee is a direct trade coffee, which means that the families of the people who work hard on the coffee farms receive the funds directly from their harvest. In addition, the profits from Hope Coffee go to help rescue children in impoverished countries and bring the message of God's love to people all around the world. For a limited time, for your gift of $37, we'll send you as our thank you a His Place mug and a 12-ounce bag of Hope Coffee. Together, we're changing the world one life at a time through one cup of coffee at a time. Send your gift today.
That Dirk, he is just such a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I hope so, because he's going to need to get some investors back for the Perks show. That's the name of the reality show. So he's going to have to be pretty nice to get some investors back.
Okay, well, nice guy or not, I bet it's really hard to get money for a TV show.
I mean, you just can't imagine. I mean, who has that kind of loot? You know what I mean?
Don't get so down, Marcus.
Yeah, well, it's just like, it feels like my dreams of being a reality star are just fading away, just like birds into the trees.
It'll be okay. You'll always still have your job here.
Oh, make me feel so much better.
Ready to launch off into this new exciting life, and others are like, what am I heading into? And then the parents are like, oh no, what's going on here? How do I? So do you help with all those transitions?
Yeah, we do. At the Bible Chapel, we have a big sense on that transition, and luckily through the CCO, they actually provide college transition seminars. And a speaker called Derek Melby came in, and he's written 2 books. One is called Make College Count. It talks about that. I think oftentimes when we look at college as Christians or as parents, we freak out. We get nervous knowing that it's a danger zone. But if you would approach the students, not getting them scared about it, but just telling them what an opportunity you have to live out your faith on these campuses. And when we try to empower them through these seminars and talk about, again, this is a calling. Being a student is not just a means to a goal to get a degree, but this is your chance to live out your faith on campus amongst your peers. And I think parents need to know that too. They need to pray with their students. They need to get involved in their students' lives before they head to college. And as we all know, the family is the key part too when the students go away, not just the church. So they need to get actively involved in their students' spiritual life before they leave. So.
Yeah, when I went and I took my daughter to college, They had this whole seminar for the parents that basically said, listen, don't be a hovering parent, okay? Trust that you've raised your child correctly and that they're going to launch off. And it sounds like that's what you're trying to do is say, listen, it's going to be okay. Just keep in contact.
Right. We want to empower them in a way that, again, they look at their college life as a calling and that it's their life. Kids want their ownership when they leave high school. They're free. But we want that freedom to be in Christ. And they want to see the power in Jesus Christ and that they can live beyond anything else provided in college. Oftentimes college looked at my time as a student to check out too. God understands that it's my time to party, my time to do these things. But really, this is your time to finally be on your own in your faith and see what God can do in your life. And I like to get college students excited more than scared about going to college, and that's what we try to do.
Well, are there things that you can say to them to help them stand firm in their faith, though? You know, to say, listen, you can have fun,
right?
But you know, you can stand firm in your faith too.
Right. Well, I mean, we look at Scripture, we know that nothing apart from God is going to satisfy us. And when you look at even the party scene or anything else you can get involved in college, deeply, it's not going to be as satisfying as living for Christ. The big thing we try to do through the Bible Chapel and CCO is try to connect them either with a campus organization or with a local church right away. Get them connected with a church body that can support them. Like I said, we can use social media, we can use other aspects to connect with them, but we want a local body to be there for them, someone they can turn to and get involved in. And if you get them connected, connection is a huge thing for a college student. They'll look for fraternities, other things, or things like that to get connected, but get them connected to the church.
Were you a Christian when you went to college?
I was.
And you stood firm in college?
I struggled in college, and that's part of my desire to serve. But the big part of me was, when I got there, I had nowhere to turn, and I was on my own.
Well, finally, look who finally came here. Day's almost over, but maybe we can get something done.
Don't say anything, Dirk. I know.
You know. What exactly do you think you know?
I know. You know, Hollywood's a small place, and I made a few phone calls. I know you didn't get any backers for Perks, so I started thinking, if we don't have any backers for Perks, why is the great Dirk Oliver sticking around a crummy little town like Pittsburgh? What could possibly motivate him to do that? So I did some research. You know, my specialty. And guess what I found? Danny.
Ooh. Ooh, you found me out. I changed my name. Just like everybody else in Hollywood. Big deal. You should probably consider it yourself, Gigi.
Nice try. But you need to listen to me, because I know your secret. And if you're not willing to help me, I am prepared to tell everybody.
Oh, you know. What exactly do you think you know? So are you gonna blackmail me?
I learned from the best. I knew you would see it my way. Now, this is what I want.
We have Joy Ike here to perform another song for us. Let's give it up.
The same exact thing. But I was stopping pushes its way through the smog, and oh, I fight through days that are cold and nights that are long. Oh, I fight. I fight. When I was hiding behind my own face, and I was trying to hold on to my place. Even now, there are things you don't know, and things I won't show, and things you will never see, things you will never see. But somehow you are pushing, fighting, pulling, praying for me. And that's the way it should be. Oh, the night climbs on me like it is fog. Oh, your light pushes its way through the smog, and oh, I fight through days that are cold and nights that are long. Oh, I fight. I fight.
All right. I hope you enjoyed the program tonight. And if you want to find out more about Joy Ike and her music, just go to our website, hisplace.tv, and you'll find out more. Also, if you want to find out more about the College Transition Initiative and Dave DiDonato, did I get that right, Dave? All right. Then you can go to our website, too, at hisplace.tv. And be sure to tune in next time. We're going to find out what this dirt is that Gigi has on. If you want to find out really what Gigi says, go to our website.